Welcome to the Balking Dead, fellas, where there is no sleep for the wicked. We gonna start this week off right on a Monday, guys. If you haven't already, go on over to Prize Picks, use promo code Pub Sports, get your first $100 match deposit on your first deposit up to $100. So 25 gets you 25, 100 gets you 100. Match deposit up to $100. So, and guess what, guys? You roll that match deposit over one time, it turns into real money. So, shit. I didn't know that, but they gave me some promo funds to play with, and I flipped it, and it's now real money now. So we going to take that free cash, and we going to keep smacking them in the face. Today, though, guys, is April 25th. Shout out to my motherfucking son. He's 21 years old today. Happy birthday, kiddo. I love you. Hope you're fucking getting some pussy and beer somewhere over there in Poland, though. They got to be hooking you up today. But let's get into these baseball games, guys. We got four fucking beautiful games to talk about. I am actually happy with every one of these games. I would have been stoked if we would have got to talk about Bieber too. So we've got some good pitching on this Monday. So let's get on into it. We got the Giants at the Brewers. Sam Long versus Corbin fucking Burns, reigning Cy Young Award winner. Sam Young, he's been used in the bullpen as an opener so far this year, and he's getting a spot start with Alex Cobb headed to the IL. He's on a limited pitch count. He only went 30 pitches last time out, so should not be expected to see more than 45 pitches. So we got a decent little lefty coming in for about 3 innings, and then they're going to hand it off to the number one bullpen ERA-wise, guys. The Giants' bullpen is legit, so there shouldn't be too much of a drop-off from there. So hitting should be hard to come by in this game. Brewers versus left-handed pitching. They're 12th in walk percentage, 16th in strikeout percentage, 29th average, 26th OPS. There is no props on Mr. Long because he will not be going long, but he should be pretty solid in this little outing that he will be out there for. So we will be taking advantage of the no-run first inning, and we will get to that a little after we talk about some Burns. Burns is 1-0 with a 2.37 ERA in 3 games. Elite, guys. Elite. 2.37 is elite. His home road splits were about a run worse at home, but a run better during the day. This is technically a night game going off at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So he is worse at home and at night. Take that into effect. The Giants are 20th in walk percentage, 13th in strikeout percentage, 8th average, 10th OPS. They've been humming, guys. Other than a Max Scherzer, they've been shut down. Well, Corbin Burns is on that Max Scherzer level, guys. His K prop is at 8 plus minus 182 or 9 plus plus 118 on my bookie. Price Picks has him at 7, guys. There's major, major value in that 7 when the book has him at a minus 182 to get to that, hit the 7 plus. So definitely value in him. I wouldn't be wanting his fantasy score, guys. This team is putting the bat on the ball, and I expect him to go a solid 6 innings, 2 runs or less. But this back end of the bullpen hasn't been good. Yes, Hader is elite. Williams has been shaky. He was shaky again yesterday, but he got the job done. He has now pitched on back-to-back days again, and probably and most likely will not be out there today. So your back end of the bullpen is looking like Boxberger and fucking I can't even think of him now. The best fucking closer in the world, Hader. There you go. But can't go wrong with Hader. Boxberger is a little shaky, but I expect Corbin to be able to at least hand it off to those 2 guys today. We're going to be looking at this no-run first inning, guys. Once again, Prize Picks, they give us parlays not valued on juice. If we take 5, they're going to pay us times 10 our bet. If we take 4, so on and so on. So we don't want to be taking plus value on props that they're not going to hit us on plus values with. They're giving us a minus 150 bet right here, guys. If you want the no-run first inning on the books right now, it's minus 150. Well, we're going to slap that right on our ticket today, guys, because I was already wanting to bet it personally, but I can't bet it at a minus 150, but Price Picks is going to give it to me as a minus 110. Sign me fucking up, guys. Like I said, we got Corbin fucking Burns. I expect him to be elite, and I expect Sam Long to hold his damn thing. Brewers have not been hitting lefties, and I could see him going through one time through the lineup, guys, giving up 1 run or less. So let's bank on that. Brewers not hitting lefties, and we've got Mr. Burns. Taking the fact, the Brewers flew in for one game today, guys. One game. They are on a road trip and are doing a makeup game and are flying right back out after this game. So for those of you guys who do want some action, I'm on the under 4 first 5. I took it at minus 130. That's why I can't really give it out. But I expect a very well-pitched game and a team tired. Just getting off the plane to get back on a plane. I expect the Milwaukee Bats not to be there today. So, yeah, let's take advantage of it. Let's take advantage of some tired guys and some good pitching. Shout out to the chat, guys. My guy Nilo, Trey, Big Show, Jefferson, smash the fucking like. Put in the chat what you guys are betting today. Baseball, props, soccer, whatever you got. Give the chat some action, guys. Shout out to the people in here. If you're in Twitter land, hit the fucking link. Jump on in. Join the chat. Say what's good, bro. Tell me what you smoking, because I'm smoking that blood orange, baby. Woo! Let's get into that blood red, though. Red Sox versus the Blue Jays, guys. Nice little stat here with the Blue Jays. Blue Jays are 4-0 after a loss, guys. They're coming off a loss. Take that. Take that. Take that. Old school 1990s. Evaldi versus Barrios, part 2. And I get it. They just faced off 5 days ago. April 20th. What were you doing, Fo 20? We were right here, and we were blazing, and we were talking about this game, and we talked about how Barrios could have a good game versus this team, and he ended up putting out a good game. Now let's get into it again. Everyone, back to back, they're gonna get smacked. Blindly I looked at it and was like, yeah, they gonna get hit today, guys. They gonna get hit. And then I started digging. And when we get to digging, there's always numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers to dig in when you got two pitchers who's been in the league 5 years or more. So I love fucking baseball. Oh, how could you believe the numbers, Sharpie? Oh, because they've been in the fucking league forever, bro. And it is what it is, guys. So let's get into Evaldi. He's 1-0 with a 3.68 ERA in 3 games. Just faced the Blue Jays. He went 4.2 innings, 7 hits, only 1 run. He got out of it, guys. He was in some shaky spots, and he got out of it. So I get it, right? He's going to get cracked today, right? He's going to get cracked. Hold your horses. Let's get into it a little more. Last year versus the Jays, he was 1-1 with 1 quality start and 1 bad. The bad one coming on the road. His home road splits are different. He had last year a 3.47 home and a 4.2 on the road, and a 3.7 day and a 3.7 night. So no worries about day night. He's about a half run worse on the road. So half run worse on the road, going up against the same team. What are you talking about, Sharpie? We're going to smack the shit out of Evaldi today, right? Man, I dug through last year's numbers, guys. He went 3 back-to-back versus the same team. He did better, if not the same, the second time out every fucking time. That's something to write down, guys. Like, it's not just once, it's not twice. He had 3 games where he faced the same team back-to-back in the same fucking span, and he did better, or if not the same. The same as 1 run right here, guys, and 5 innings. I have to expect a solid start from him after seeing some shit like that, guys. I have to. I cannot throw away that. Blue Jays versus right-handed pitchers, 26 in walk percentage, 17th in strikeouts, 6 average, top 10 OPS. They fucking crush the ball. Period. But Evaldi's shown that he's a master of his craft, and he ain't going to pitch you the same way that he just pitched you 5 days ago. He's going to pitch you a way different way today. So I expect a little bit. I expect him to still be good, guys. His K-prop, 6+ minus 113. Last week it was at minus 150 when he faced him at the same 6+. So if you're looking for value, it's there. On Prize Picks, it's at 5.5, but that's not for me, guys. What is for me, if I was to be looking, his pitching outs is at 15 on Prize Picks. 15? And he just came off a bad start? Well, 4.2 innings was the bad part. I expect him to go 15 outs, 5 innings, guys, today. They are going to have to ride him a little longer today. The Blue Jays the Red Sox are traveling to the Blue Jays. There are guys on that team, Trevor Story, Tanner Houck, that are not vaccinated, so they cannot go. They cannot go to Toronto, And they had to pitch a bullpen day the other day because of Tanner Houck being able to miss. So they're going to have to ride Eovaldi today, and I expect a decent outing from Eovaldi. Berrios, on the other hand, he's going to get smacked, right? He's got to. He's going up against the same team. This is what we look for, Sharpie. We look for the same pitchers going up against the same teams. Except he also has a track record too, guys. 4 games last year, back-to-back. He was just as good, if not better, every fucking time out too. So we've got 2 pitchers right now that are better on back-to-back. So even if one of them falters, one of them's fucking humming today, guys, if not both. And I don't want to be picking on which one's going to be the one not humming. If I was to guess, the numbers say the Blue Jays are cracking the ball. So I would go with some Blue Jays bats. He has a 4.3 ERA last year versus the Red Sox. 1 bad start, 1 quality start. The good start coming in versus these, and a good start this year coming in versus these Red Sox. 6 innings, 8 hits, 1 run. That's a solid start, guys. Yes, the hits were there, but he kept the runs down and he minimized the damage and had his best outing to date. And he's gotten better game by game by game. Shout out to our guy, Noli Knows. He told me, Sharpie, shut the fuck up. It was 1 bad game. His last time he had a bad game, he came in fucking 2nd or 3rd in the Cy Young voting that year. So, ride Berrios is what he told me. He probably lost on the 2nd one, but the 3rd one, he definitely got him back some Berrios money. Berrios, he has a home ERA of 3.2, road of 3.8. Day-night was pretty much the same too. Red Sox versus right-handed pitchers are 30th in walk percentage at 5.8. And that's where I said last week he could have a good game. If you're walking 5% of the fucking time, bro, you're gonna have issues. You're too sweet. You're only striking out 21% of the time, which is good, but you're not walking, bro, and that is bad. So until they get a little more plate discipline, Berrios looks like he's gonna have a decent day, guys. So until they change their discipline, they're in for a long. They're 60th average, 19th OPS versus righties. They're middle of the pack. Their strikeout numbers are where they want to be. Once they start taking walks, the numbers show they will start crushing righties, guys. They are there. They are waiting, but they haven't crossed that line to be patient yet, guys. So they need to have a little talk with being patient. His K-prop is at 6 plus minus 115. Price picks, there's 5. There's mass value in 5. But like I said, I'm looking at his over 25.5 fantasy score in this. Like I said, 4 straight games where he went up against the same team, and he did better every time. Every time. His Ks went up 3 out of the 4 times. This guy is a different pitcher the second time he sees you. And I'm going to have to bank on that, guys. So, yes, his K-prop's at 5. Don't hate anybody looking at that, even though it is a back-to-back. This team is not walking, and he has shown that his Ks go up second time through the lineup. Biggio's batting .417 and 12 at-bats. And he had a single versus Eovaldi last week. He's coming in off of 4 hits in his last 2 games, and his 1 hit is at minus 114 on my bookie. Minus 114 for a hit, guys. Definitely going to be seeing some of my monies today. He has a good batting average and a decent track record versus him. And he's coming off of 4 hits in 2 games, so he's seeing the ball well. JD Martinez, on the other hand, he's batting .333 and 15 at-bats versus Berrios. And he's coming in hot on a 7-game hit streak. And he had 2 hits off Berrios last week. If I was looking at any damn bat on the Red Sox side, bro, JD Martinez. Also, I would look at some Alex Verdugo. Berrios seems to struggle versus left-handed bats. Verdugo is a nice left-handed piece, so I would also look at some Verdugo. But like I said, if you wanted to stack some bats, I would look at the Toronto Blue Jays, guys. They're humming. But I expect a good game from both, and we'll be looking at that for that way in a personal bet. Toronto, though, 9th best bullpen, Red Sox 13th bullpen. That bullpen was better until they had to go do a bullpen day, and they got cracked in the 9th inning, but their bullpen is elite right now. They're top 10 just like Toronto. So, once again, either pitcher's fantasy score can be even boosted by the win because I expect both to go 6 innings today, guys. So I expect big games from these pitchers, and they're both big game pitchers. Shout out to the damn chat. Real deal prime. Jefferson's, Nicholas. Oh, okay, Mr. Jablowski. He always in the chat, though. He chills. Put out your plays. I don't see no. There we go. Got Toronto team total over 4. I don't hate that, guys, but don't hate me when I called this game as a dead nuts under. Dead nuts under, guys. I expect an elite pitching matchup from those two guys. Watch it be 10-10. That's baseball, fellas. That's baseball. Let's get into another beautiful fucking pitching match. Beautiful like the women I be slaying, guys. Slay them women, slay them bets, and smash the fucking like button, guys. I need big likes today. If it ain't for me, do it for the producer, Big Show. 7 days a week he comes out here, shows up, lunch pail, hard hat, ready to fucking go to work. So let's get to work. Scherzer versus Mikolas. Mets at Cardinals. Once again, here's another stat that I had to write down. Cardinals are 4-0 after a loss. Take that into effect. Scherzer's 3-0 with a 2.5 ERA. Mad fucking Max has been Mad Max. He's 2-0 with a 0 ERA and 22 strikeouts in 14 innings last year versus the Cardinals. He dominated this team. Killed him. Estugo. No bueno. Cards versus right-handed pitching this year are 9th in walk percentage at 9% and 14th average, 18th OPS, number 30 in strikeout percentage and only 18.8%. Damn, they're not striking out, guys, and they are hitting the ball semi-decent, but not enough to worry me. 18th OPS, the power numbers aren't there. I've seen dominant pitchers be able to hold this team down. And Scherzer is a dominant pitcher with a good track record coming in with a very hot team. So his K-prop is at 8+ plus 127 on my bookie. It's at 7 on Prize Picks. In 3 games this year, 1 on the road. He had 10 Ks on the road, 6 and 7 on at home. So he's averaging 11 strikeouts versus this team in 2 games last year, and he's averaging in 1 game 10 strikeouts on the road. So that's that number, guys. 10 is doable with Max Scherzer, and they're giving us a 7. 7 can be a push, and we'll take that push, bro, because I could see 5 and 7. If he only gets 5 and 7, it's because they got to him a little bit. So I expect a great game from Mad Max. His home road splits were pretty much the same, and he was about a run worse at night, and he is at night, but he does get Busch Stadium, one of the best pitcher ballparks to be in. So I expect a heavy, strong night from Max Scherzer. Mikolas is 1-0 with a 1.76 ERA in 3 games this year. Miami, Milwaukee, Pittsburgh is who he's got up against. 2 are bottom of the barrel versus right-handers, where Miami is a top 10 hitting team. They get the Mets, who are 18th in walk percentage, right next to the Cardinals and 29th in strikeout percentage. They're not striking out. Top 3 average, top 5 OPS. They're fucking humming, guys, versus righties. They're taking their walks and they're not striking out. That just matches up right up to their average OPS numbers. I think Mikolas gets hit today, guys, personally. He has been good, but to me, he's not an ace or even he's not even a number 2 in my book. He is a number 4 to 5 pitcher. He's a back end of the rotation pitcher with really good numbers this year. And I expect those numbers to come back a little bit versus the Mets team that are just crushing. His K-prop is at 4+ -150 and 4 on Prize Picks. I'm looking at his under on Prize Picks, guys. Like I said, this team is not striking out. And the team that he go up against, he's gone up against Pittsburgh, Miami, and Milwaukee, all top 10 in strikeout percentage. You now get the Mets, who are second best in not striking out. Yeah, bro, it's time to let those strikeout numbers regress. Like I said on the K-props on Prize Picks, a 4 is a push. If he gets 4, good fucking job, bro. His 4 is at -150 on the books, and you're going to give me a push on that? I think he gets less than 4 anyway, so I will be looking at hitting his under on Prize Picks today. Paul DeJong is batting 308 and 13 at bats off Scherzer, but he's been struggling. And he is, though, coming off an 0 for after a 3-hit game. So he might be somebody to look at some decent value because he's been struggling. And the bat has been starting to turn around this last week. So Paul DeJong may be a sneaky play today, but definitely Tommy Edman seeing some of my money today, guys. He's batting 444 and only 9 at bats. Small sample size, but we're going to take that 444 and 9 at bats, and we're going to take it in with a 10-game hit streak that he's humming on right now. 2+ bases is plus 102, and his home run is plus 900. He will see some action from me today. That plus 900 has been good to us on this show. We've cashed 2 plus 900s this year. And it was both JP Crawford, but that 900 is just speaking to us, guys. So Tommy Edman, you're going to get some beer money today. Francisco Lindor, guys, he's on 3 games this year where he's had no hits. So can't hate anybody looking at Lindor over 1.5 bases on Lindor's RBIs. Anything to do with Lindor. He's a stud, and he's been a stud, especially with the bats behind him backing him up this year. Cardinals have the number 2 bullpen in baseball. Mets are middle of the fucking pack. So if you do like Mikolas, look at his fantasy score because they do have an elite bullpen and should get him over the hump if he gets to that 6th inning or at least the 5th inning for the win. If you like him today, I myself don't like him today, and I'm a little hesitant on Scherzer. I think Scherzer can get hit today, but I think the strikeouts will be there. So I will be looking at Scherzer strikeouts and definitely some Edman 2+ bases and a little bit of home run. Shout out to the chat before we hit this last game. Smash the like. Jimmy Gomez, I see you. Nasty Nate, the crew, Big Show. Let's get to this last game. My favorite game of the fucking day. Dodgers at Diamondbacks. Walker Buehler versus Merrill Kelly, guys. Merrill Kelly has been an ace and is a legit beast. Walker Buehler, on the other hand, is an ace and is a fucking beast. 1-1 this year with a 4 ERA and a whip of 1.47, guys. That is the problem. I don't fucking care about his 4 ERA. The 1.47 whip is an issue. Buehler versus the Diamondbacks last year allowed 2 earned runs in 3 games, bro. 20 innings of work and just dominated this fucking team. Dominated them. So Walker Buehler here is in a good spot coming off mentally knowing that he can handle this team. He's always taken April to get warmed up. We're now coming into May, and I expect a dominant start versus Diamondbacks team who are 30th in walk percentage. They're the best in walk percentage, which scares me with a whip of 1.47. That scares me. Other hand, they're number 1 in strikeout percentage at 27%. So they're stringing the bat as much as they are taking walks. And if Walker Buehler can just tone it down a little and be near the strike zone, he will have a dominant day versus this team that's not hitting righties. They're 27th or 28th average, 15th OPS. So middle of the pack power, no average. They're taking their walks and striking out. They're just a shitty fucking team batting wise right now, guys. His K prop is at 6+ plus 114. He had 7 in every fucking game versus the Diamondbacks last year. 3 games last year, he had 7 or more in every game, and they're putting him at 5 on Prize Picks. That right there is definitely going to be on my ticket. I can't put too much from every game, and I didn't want to be too pitcher friendly, so I definitely need to talk. I bring up hitters to talk about too, but my tickets will be pitcher heavily favored today, guys. I definitely expect Walker Buehler to be decent, if not dominant, and I expect the K's to be there versus a team that is striking out. The worry is the walks, and that's why I'm not looking at his fantasy score because he could get hit, but I don't expect him to. His home ERA was 2.05 to his road ERA of 3.08 last year, and he had a night ERA of 2.45 and a day of 3.47. So that night ERA is going to combat his road ERA for me because he is elite at night, and a road ERA of 3 is elite too, guys. So the guy's a stud. And I expect this stud to start freaking, we're coming around the last bend. It's time to whip our horse, guys. And Bueller's that horse. And then we're coming around that time to start whipping him and riding him. And it's time to get on some Bueller. On the other hand, we got Merrill Kelly, the Arizona's best pitcher by far. He was 0-3 versus the Dodgers last year on 4 starts, but he did have 2 quality starts, 6 innings with 3 earned runs or less. He's not going to get a lot of freaking hitting support. He didn't get it last year, guys, and he may not get it today. On the other hand, his home splits were 3.78 and his road was 5.18. He was a 3.8 during the day and a 4.7 at night. So you got to bring that home ERA up some, guys, because he is worse at night. And you don't want to be worse at night or even having a near 4 ERA versus this Dodgers team right now. They're 29th in walk percentage, 24th in strikeout percentage, top 5 average, top 3 OPS versus right-handed pitching, guys. Like high velocity, 94 and up pitching, and that's where Merrill Kelly is now. They're eating you for fucking breakfast, bro. And I've seen them be dominant the first time through, and then they come up the second time and they're just so. Holy crap, back in some Merrill Kelly today, guys. I personally will not be. I think he gets brought back to life versus this team that hit him twice good last year and are humming this year. So, and we'll get into it a little bit more. The 4 guys who smack him, those aren't even 2 of our fucking studs, guys. So this could be a bad day for Merrill Kelly. Marte is the only batter with 10 at bats versus Bueller, and he was batting 286 and 21 at bats. He's been dead fucking cold this year, so there's no way I'm looking at backing some Kettle Marte. On the other hand, Cody Bellinger's batting 357 and 14 at bats with 2 home runs off Kelly. Betts is 333 with 12 at bats with 2 home runs. Muncie's 444 and 18 bats with a home run, and Smith is 545 and 11 bats with a home run. That's not even Trey Turner or Freddie fucking Freeman or Justin Turner or Gavin Lux. Like, bro, Merrill Kelly, dude, I've been making money off you this year, but today is not the day. Today is not the day. Can you shut me up? Yeah, it's baseball. It can happen. But the Dodgers are humming, and there's no way in hell am I stepping in front of this freight train of numbers that's backing the Dodgers versus Merrill Kelly. So, Merrill Kelly, best wishes to you. Say a prayer because you're going to need it today. So shout out to the chat, guys. Smash the fucking like. We're going to get to that cash today. I'm going to throw out my prize picks and put it out what I'm on today for the crew and let y'all know out on Twitter world. I'll be putting out the poll within the next few hours for the games tomorrow. All you guys in here, vote on the fucking poll. Way more people are showing up in this damn chat than are voting on the poll. Vote on the games you want me to talk about. I'm only going to talk about 4 fucking games a day. Figure it out. Look at the pictures. Let me know who you want me to break down. Because we will get to the money. I will fucking figure out shit other people won't figure out. Because I am that guy. Go on over to Prize Picks. Use promo code PubSports, guys. First deposit up to $100. You get $100 back. So match deposit up to $100. Do it. Like Nike said, bro. Just fucking do it. That's simple. Go on over there and smack these fools. Use the shit we've been talking about, guys. Don't use plus props. Do a little bit of work on your own. We want minus value props in these even money parlays. So shout out to you guys for fucking hanging in there. You guys fucking rock, dude. We're going to fucking keep killing this shit. And there ain't no sleep, guys. But there may be a nap. So smash the like on the way out. And don't forget, we be fucking pubbing.